Why, oh, why are people leaving Christianity? Can you feel that? There's a shift. The percentage of religious people in the United States is starting to do this, while the non-religious percentage is doing this. According to the Pew Research Center, the amount of unaffiliated or the religious nuns, not nun like N-U-N, but N-O-N-E, is at 22.8%. That doesn't mean that these people are atheists. Actually, only 3% identify as atheists in the US. But the number of non-believers or non-affiliated people in the US is going up. Why is that? Why are more and more people leaving Christianity or never joining it to begin with? Well, I'll tell you one reason. It's the LGBTQ plus discrimination. As the world progresses and becomes more accepting of the LGBTQ plus community, then that means that the church people and religious folk have a decision to make. Do they want to remain in a religion that oppresses that group of people, that marginalizes them? Or do they want to be supportive of the community and their friends and family who are LGBTQ? It's only recently become legal nationwide for gay people to get married. But that doesn't mean that they're not heavily discriminated against still, especially by religious groups. There are still religious people who bring their "God hates gays" signs to pride parades. We still have states in our country who make it really hard for same-sex couples to have any kind of equality, like in Indiana, where they say, oh, same-sex parents can't have both names on their child's birth certificate. What is that shit? What is the point of that? So as people become more tolerant and loving of other people despite their differences, they're more willing to leave a religion who still holds these terrible views toward minorities, people who are different. By the way, the Bible doesn't even contain the word homosexual. It was added later by a mistranslation, which leads me to my next reason why people are leaving Christianity. They realize that the Bible is inconsistent and unreliable. We don't know who wrote the Gospels. When you understand that humans wrote the Bible and humans make mistakes, and early translations of the Bible were hand copied, often with mistakes, or things that the scribes just added to it because they thought it would make it better. Is the Bible accurate? Is the Bible really a good reason to be a Christian? Can we even believe the words that are in it? And even if one likes the teachings of Jesus or believes that the words in the Bible, why should we believe that anything supernatural actually happened when we don't have the proof? Another reason that people are leaving Christianity, and the reason that I did, is because I realized that I was indoctrinated and I was told what to believe. I was raised in a culture and by parents who believed this, and so those beliefs were passed on to me. When it dawned on me that I would believe completely differently if I lived somewhere else in the world, or if my parents were of a different religion, it was pretty easy for me to understand that I only believed because they believed and because the people around me believed. For me personally, that was like a switch was flipped when that thought entered my head, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I believe this. Another reason why the US is becoming less and less religious is our understanding of science, our understanding of how the universe and the world came to be, and evolution. As we become more aware of the natural progression of things, then that means that we can more easily reject the need for supernatural presence. And that point sort of leads into what I think is one of the biggest reasons why people are leaving Christianity, and that is the age of the internet, which sort of encapsulates a lot of what I've been talking about, right? So people can look stuff up online. They can find these things out about science. They can read, they can learn, they can research the Bible, they can find out what other people know about biblical history, biblical texts, and they can find a community of like-minded people. Humans are social creatures. I think I'm probably on the lower end of the social spectrum, meaning that I can thrive being alone and, being Ebenezer Scrooge and bah humbug, leave me alone, I'm an introvert, and all that stuff. But overall, humans crave human connection. And even I do. Even this very introverted person craves that connection sometimes. Now imagine being an atheist in the pre-internet days. You wouldn't really have that community. Church used to be one of the main places where you could interact with other people who are like you. But if you're an atheist, church people really aren't like you. But now we have social media, we have online communities, forums, and all that stuff where you can find people who actually think the same way you do. It wasn't easy before. Even when I first deconverted from Christianity and became an atheist, it was 2009 or 10. So yeah, there was social media, but it wasn't like it is now. There weren't all these communities and forums and groups. There wasn't this great Instagram community. There was like Facebook, and that's it. And Facebook is like the most religious place ever. I guess that was kind of before all of our parents got on there, but still. Now there's YouTube and there's Discord and Instagram and Twitter and freaking Patreon and all these places where you can hang out with other people who think the same way you do, who don't believe in God, who might not be able to express that in their everyday lives with the people around them in their actual like real life, if you want to call it that. But online, you can. I forgot to mention Reddit. I always forget to mention Reddit because I hardly ever go on there. I should. I probably should. Oh, here's a bonus reason that people are leaving Christianity. Because of the church's support, their strange support for people who are nothing like Jesus. Trump. Christianity and being a Republican have merged into one thing in this country, and it's weird. And you have all these people who claim to love Jesus, but they also kind of worship Donald Trump, and I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But there you have it. Those are some of the top reasons why people are leaving Christianity. If you have any more reasons why you think people are leaving, then drop them down in the comments. To help support what I'm doing here, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more atheist and ex-Christian content. And if you'd like to take that support even further, head over to patreon.com/JesusUnfollower. Shout out to all my patrons: Ainsley, Marissa, Leah, Robert, World of Peepers, John, Little Shop of Jesus, Southern Fried Heathen, Sarah, and Jason. And remember, you don't need a God to be good. And while you're still here, check out this video right here. This is awkward. Click the video, please.
Well, you act like you know, but you don't really know, 'cause nobody can know that God is real.